Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Run the North podcast. We are back at today doing a mailbag because we have no content. And so we asked you to give us some, and so that's what we're doing today.
The Jax Films method, baby.
Listen, hey.
Hey, that's not fair. We did a mailbag because I didn't know if I was going to be here,
Okay,
and they
true.
wanted content for when they were alone.
True. No, fair. Anyway,
Oh.
Listen. I have, instead of asking, I'm going to ask you guys how you guys are doing eventually, but I have an opening icebreaker question for you guys.
Oh,
all right.
Fuck.
Do you listen to Run the North? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
I am Run the North. Why would I listen?
I
That's
literally...
what I'm, okay, this is what I'm saying. Okay?
I have to edit and post it.
That's what. Okay, listen. Okay, but there are people who go back and listen to their own podcast. I'm not saying anybody on this podcast does that.
Weirdo.
But some people go back and listen to their own podcasts, and
self-absorbed fucking weirdo is going back and listening to their own podcast. Is it just a self jerk off out here? Like, yes, I'm so good at what I do. Listen to me go. What are we doing? Who goes back and listens to their own shit?
While they listen to podcasts?
Their own podcast, when they go back and listen to their own podcast.
Okay, well, how are you guys doing today?
I was doing great until I got that mental image of someone jerking off to themselves on a podcast.
Oh, stop saying that. Oh.
This episode's demonetized. We're not even monetized, but this one's demonetized.
Can't be demonetized if you were never monetized to begin with.
Yes, it can.
But you also can't get monetized if your content gets you demonetized.
Well, it's only a one-time thing. Don't worry, we're squeaky clean otherwise. No sex jokes from us.
That was that one thing I said last week, which nobody's commented on. So I feel like I'm in the clear.
Disappointing. It deserved to be commented.
I don't think it deserved to be commented on. I think we can all just
the thing I said that you were the only one that apparently heard?
No. That thing was that was just funny. It was the thing I said about a certain group of people in my joking acknowledgement of them. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it again, obviously.
I think you should say it again because it's
purposes that, of course, we all know. However, Geek, how are you doing?
I'm exhausted. Prepping for trips is tiring. You know, getting things ready, pre-recording, pre-editing.
Our beloved Geek is abandoning his country this upcoming weekend, so please keep him in your thoughts. He might never come back. He might be recording the rest of his time on Run the North from a hotel room in Canada. We don't know.
Dude, the hotel room that I think I have booked is fucking incredible. So I kind of
okay. Hold on.
No,
what do you
okay.
mean you think
so
you
I don't
booked?
know. Like I have the hotel room booked, but I don't like. I think I have like a cool like high-rise hotel room, but I'm gonna get there and get unlucky, and they're gonna be like, "We moved you to the first floor."
Geek's just gonna walk up to the desk and be like, "Hello, I think I have a reservation for this weekend. Why don't you put me in a room?
Why don't you put me in a room?"
I mean, in Canada, they're
put me in a room
up there. I don't think they'd second guess you.
Yeah, he'd probably just be like, "Well, okay, bud."
Yeah, okay, bud.
Down the hall to that.
It'll be great. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, but Geek's abandoning his country.
I kind of want to record an episode from Canada. I think it'd be fun.
I don't think you're not going to be in Canada on Tuesday, are you?
No, but I think we should just record
Depends on what
next
day.
week's early. I don't fucking know, Miller.
I'm just
saying things.
Here's the thing, Miller. Book a flight. We're going to Canada for our first in-person episode.
Let's go.
I am not going to Canada.
You are going to Canada.
Okay. So it's probably a little late to book that trip. If you guys want to book a trip, we're going to be in Vegas.
Oh no. There's no booking on our end. We're going to drive to Canada, find out where you're staying, and we're going to knock on your door with the podcast setup and say, "Hey,
you guys better leave
we're here
now, because you guys are on the wrong side of both countries."
Wait, where? Oh,
I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of thought Vancouver was just right next to Toronto.
No, Vancouver is like north of Seattle.
All right,
the Pacific Southwest.
The rest of this episode will be recorded via my iPhone because I will be on the road to Vancouver.
Well, I don't think you can do that. You're recording.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I'll just screen record it on my iPhone. I have a 14. That'll work, I think.
The screen recording on my 14 doesn't fucking work anymore.
No. Well,
It just
sounds like
doesn't screen record anything anymore.
Skill issue.
Apple being Apple.
I mean, to be fair, out of the three of us, he has the most skill when it comes to tech. So if it doesn't work for him, I mean, I don't know what
That's
to tell
kind
you,
of
man.
valid, actually. I'm literally going to a tech expo this weekend. That is where I'm
So
gonna
are we.
be.
Bro
are
thinks
we.
he's
We're
the
excited.
tech slays.
We're excited.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
kinda.
you like tech? Name 3 computers.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Name 3 computers right now.
what do you mean by compute? Okay.
What do you mean by
the-
computers?
No
okay.
explanation. Just
So-
name some
What do you
computers.
think I mean?
The HP Omen, the Alienware Area 51, and a MacBook.
Well, I don't know anything
Wrong.
about computers,
3
so I won't
computers.
know. So I'm just gonna say
Wrong.
you're wrong.
My computer, Jake's
the-
computer, Geek's computer.
The iPhone
No, don't stretch,
14,
baby.
13, and 12.
This is a phone, not a computer.
They're technically computers in all senses of the word.
Bro
They
thinks
have
he's a
everything
computer.
that's exactly the same.
Bro
Bro
thinks
is a
he's-
computer.
He thinks he's Steve Computer.
Bro fails the "Are you a robot?" tests. Bro is a computer. Well, we should probably
Okay.
talk about football.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Fuck me, I guess.
You said you were good before
answered
you.
already.
Yeah,
What
you
are
said
you
you were
talking
good
about?
before you heard Geek say the outlandish things he said about listening to your own podcast.
That was
Which,
bad.
Oh, yeah.
which again,
That
to be
happened
clear,
this episode. All
to be
right.
clear, nobody on this podcast does.
This duck. Fuck. Fuck.
How do you fuck it up every time?
I gave you ample time for the bit. I gave you
Listen,
ample time for the
This
bit.
duck here. Okay. This duck that it took me 15 minutes to point to,
You're
right?
pointing at Batman.
Fuck. No!
How are you so bad at this?
This duck.
There you go.
This duck.
Jesus fuck.
Listen. Fuck this duck. It gets 0 play. Okay.
Poor Grayson. Why would you say that about him? Oh,
To be fair,
God.
out of the three of us, Grayson gets the. Never mind.
Oh,
Bro.
Well,
okay.
I'm right.
He
This
does.
I'm right.
dude's
I
talking
mean,
about sex like always.
What?
Dirty-minded
I did not say
bastard.
that. I just simply say Grayson has a girlfriend. We do not. Ergo facto by
Yeah.
default.
Proof.
Here we go.
Proof?
Proof.
Proof what? I've
Proof.
never met his girlfriend. You have.
Proof.
I
don't
mean,
know.
I-
You've
are you
spoken
not-
to-
Do you not have his personal Instagram? I can technically show the proof. I'm not gonna, but I could.
I mean, I don't.
I just
I
want to
don't-
say proof.
Oh. I mean, I can cite my sources, Miller.
No, I have
if you
met the
really
sources.
need.
I have
That's
met
true.
and will be DMing for the source on Sunday.
Whoa, you're doing what on? No, I'm sorry.
Why you gotta bastardize such a beautiful game? Why you gotta make it gross?
This is
Nope.
not something I think I expected Miller to ever say in his life is calling D&D a beautiful game, but
It is a
It is a
beautiful
beautiful
game.
game.
What a way! What a turnaround for this man.
Beautiful game. Just look
I'm
at
glad
these-
he's learned.
Look at these die that I'm missing like 3 of.
Guys, do we
Yeah,
make
how
any
did you
money off
lose
this
dice?
podcast?
So it has
No.
this lid on it, right?
Wait, no. Okay, Miller, finish your story so I can do the transition again.
Okay.
You messed it up. Go
So
ahead.
it has this lid on it. Instead of shaking it like this because it makes funny rattle noise, I went and the lid went flying off, and the dice are here on the floor somewhere. I just can't find them because there's a lot of things on the floor.
All right.
Bro should learn to clean.
Okay.
I,
all right.
I'm in a basement with storage. I can't clean the storage.
You could.
Where do I put it?
You pick
And-
it up, clean under it, and put it back down. You
Every
fucking
every
idiot.
single month, you move it to a different corner.
You take the storage and you,
You
push
move it
it
somewhere
somewhere else.
Guys,
Yeah.
do we make any money off this podcast?
No.
You know who does make money? Justin
Who?
Herbert. Justin Herbert got paid. Justin
Who
Herbert
did
got
get
paid.
paid?
All right, moving into talking about things that you actually want to hear us talk about. Justin Herbert got his extension. I don't have the numbers pulled up, but it's a lot of money. It is a lot of it is a lot of
218
money.
fully
It's
guaranteed.
I mean, obviously, it's an
100 million
overpay.
first year.
How could you possibly give this guy any money? Is my question.
Right. I mean, he did have the
true.
biggest playoff collapse of.
Yeah, I mean, there's
all
no. I
time,
mean,
and-
what has he done other than choking the playoffs?
What has
Answer
he
me
done
that.
other than have 2.5 quarters where he did nothing?
Yeah.
Even
he
as
let
a
a
guess
team-
bit,
what?
this makes me angry.
Herbert should have made the tackles that his defense couldn't.
No.
make.
See,
If he was
that's
really
not
a
even-
leader,
No.
he would have been
You
out
don't
there
even
with
have
his
to go there.
defense.
What you go with is Herbert. Should this fucking guy stacking the glasses? No. See, what Herbert should have done is he had 2.5 quarters to put up more than 27 points. He could have just, I don't know, scored. A good
Right.
quarterback scores touchdowns.
That's true.
What are we
All right.
what are we doing?
I'm just chilling, man. I don't know what you're doing.
A good quarterback scores touchdowns. You're right. Okay, but obviously, in all seriousness, Justin Herbert is a very good quarterback. Deserves all the money he's getting paid. Joe Burrow's going to get paid. I don't even know how much at this point. But Herbert gets the largest contract in NFL history. Running backs don't get paid. This is disgusting.
Based off of what, though? Is
Jalen
that the
Hurts'
largest contract?
Jalen Hurts is.
No, but like, he's not getting more guaranteed money all time than anybody else. He's not getting more
I think
per
it's
year
per
than
year.
it.
I don't
Is he
think so.
though? I
don't
don't think
know.
so. I don't know.
That would be my guess.
I
Cuzzo
don't listen to
literally
Adam
was making
Schefter anymore.
45 a year. I don't fucking know. I don't know how this works.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's not much else to be said about Justin Herbert that we haven't said 1,000
Yeah, it's
times.
good
on
Justin
the
contract.
Herbert,
podcast.
good.
It's a good
deserves
contract.
money.
Deserved money. Got money. He's going to be a
Not
Charger
win
for a
games.
while. Some other
You win
guys.
games.
Some other guys got their bags. Trayvon Diggs got an extension,
Low key a steal.
like a lot
Bro,
of money.
Yeah. I've seen so many people saying it's an overpay, and I like don't get it.
He's what, the fourth highest paid corner on average now?
Yeah, and he's already shown you everything he needs to. Like, oh, this guy can go out and be the best playmaker in football by getting 11 picks. Cool. Everybody goes, okay, so minimize the big plays and go just be a better coverage corner. So he goes and just becomes completely locked down. And now he's overpaid by getting like Marlon Humphrey, Marshawn Lattimore money.
Yep.
No, that's a steal for the Cowboys. Like,
No, it is. Yeah.
goddamn.
I mean, Diggs has earned it. I would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he has made his money.
Jake, I just realized your name on here is Drew Lock, and that makes me inexplainably angry.
I was just gonna write it until somebody noticed, and
I noticed when I hopped in. I just figured if I
wasn't
never
paying
acknowledged it, it
attention.
wouldn't matter.
Fine.
Angry.
I just didn't want to acknowledge it.
SMH my head.
Dude, I hate that people say that.
Okay, I need a vote here. Should I click save on the name that would inevitably make Miller hate me forever if I posted it? Yes or no? I feel like I should do it.
I'm
I
gonna
feel like I
make up a
shouldn't do
rumor
it.
about you if it's bad.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna do it. I'll say that when we actually talk about him.
He got
Oh,
worried.
you were gonna slander Kmet, you little fascist.
Whoa.
Yeah, you heard it here first. If you don't think Cole Kmet's a top 10 tight end, you are a fascist.
Okay. Well, so now that we're here,
Don't
let's talk
think
about Cole
that's how
Kmet.
life works.
Cole Kmet
It
was
is.
signed to a 4-year, don't know how much, but it was way too
$50
much
million.
money extension.
4
See,
years
it's
at
funny.
50?
Yeah, but the way it's structured,
What's
it's
his
only
guaranteed?
like 36 or something.
Oh, that's
He's only
not
making
bad.
$11 million a year.
Well,
He's
with
the 10th
those
highest paid tight
guarantees, He's
end.
making less than 10. Guaranteed. He could make whatever, 11, 12.
I had the screenshot of the full contract breakdown.
But
But I
obviously,
know he's making.
Miller's
he's
a very
making
happy boy about this.
This is my third Christmas.
What was
Kari,
second, Chris?
Kari getting a
Oh,
new
Kari and
contract.
this man, yeah, all of Miller's guys are getting their
My
bags.
two favorite players are Bears for at least 2 more years, and Cole for 4.
Yeah.
I love it. It makes me
Yeah.
so happy. Like I said, Cole's a top 10 tight end. Fuck you if you don't agree. What else is I going to say? He's Justin Fields' favorite weapon. He was our most productive pass catcher last year, both in terms of touchdowns and I think yards. I could be wrong on yards, but he had 7 touchdowns last year. Was awesome in the back half of the year. One of 2 bright spots on the offense in the back half of the year. Dude's awesome. Deserved every penny and then some because he is the greatest. He's the greatest, Cole.
Sorry.
Doesn't
Cole.
that hurt your man, Cole Holcomb?
I like Cole Holcomb. He's no Cole
Holcomb's
Kmet,
dope.
though.
Yeah,
What about
Holcomb
Cole
is the better Cole.
Beasley? What about J. Cole? I couldn't even finish that first name. I was
Well,
going to
his
say
name
there and changed it up.
different type of Cole.
Yeah, different Cole. That's his last name.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What about
Cole Kmet.
Sprouse?
See, I like Cole Sprouse, but he was in Riverdale, so
What's wrong with Riverdale?
everything.
Oh,
Have you
okay.
ever watched Riverdale?
Yeah.
Why?
Uh,
I have too. It's terrible. I like the Heathers episode though.
I don't. Okay, I'm gonna be fair. I haven't watched since like season 2 or 3.
No, Riverdale was okay in season 1, and then after that, it went off the fucking rails.
But I kind of like chaos, so I was kind of there.
It's
for
not
it.
even like good chaos. It's
No,
bad
but it's chaos.
It
I was
basically
there for
became
it.
the drama
No,
equivalent of
But it
Random Equals
became
Fun.
it became everything that the CW is that I hate.
Yes.
23 episodes a season is too many. I don't care. You don't need 23 hours of content for 10 seasons.
Yes.
It's nuts. Too much. That's why The Flash started to suck. Because you'd have storylines, and then for the next 5 episodes, those storylines don't get mentioned.
Yeah.
Sorry. ADHD wins. Jake, lead us to somewhere else.
Well, Cole Kmet got his bag, and this has apparently been the week of extensions because Andrew Thomas also signed a pretty sizable extension.
And also super well deserved.
Also super well deserved. Andrew Thomas absolutely earned this thing. Dude was incredible last year. He was a top 5 tackle. I mean, he deserved this by a long shot. Yeah.
Goddamn.
Absolutely.
How do I... You stay off Twitter for like 5 hours because you're streaming and you miss everything.
It's called X.
Actually go fuck yourself and die.
You just said
Me to
okay.
Elon Musk.
Let the record know. Let the record show that before this recording, Geek referred to tweets as X's.
No. See, here's the thing, Jake.
Let's
there
be
is
real.
no record because there was no recording. You have no proof.
I was secretly recording you through my eyeballs. I have a photographic
Mhm.
memory.
You wouldn't
I
win
know
in
that's
court.
not true. You don't even remember my name.
Shit.
Wow.
I'm gonna be completely real. All jokes aside, this is
bro
the first
didn't know my
time
name.
I've
Because-
ever heard your real name. That's crazy.
Because even my family doesn't call me my real name.
That's crazy.
I don't.
That's how you know
like
you got a
my
good
name.
You got. I mean,
Like,
I still don't know David's. We'll find that out eventually. I hope. Hopefully he'll tell
I don't
me
know
one day.
Jake's first name, bro.
Hopefully-
I don't.
Yeah,
would've been-
listen. I don't hold anything back, man. I'm not like
I just
you.
want to say it would have been way funnier. You guys know that bit where everyone was like, "What's Obama's last name?" If you said, "I can't wait to find out Miller's last name."
Yeah.
All right, let's cut that. I can't wait to find out Miller's last name.
Oh my god. I mean, you are
This
uploading
is-
the episode
That's
this
true. I mean,
week.
yeah, this is true.
If you want to take the time,
Jake's
yeah,
gonna
I
cut
mean-
out every part where we talk, and it's just gonna be him talking.
And then I'm
gonna
gonna
be
go
a
back
rough
and listen to it on
episode.
Friday.
hey,
You
Hey,
serious
yo.
right now? Are you serious? That's a really messed up thing to say to me.
yeah.
That's a really
If you cut out any, like, no matter which one of
No.
us it is, it's bad. But
nope.
okay,
No walking
you're
this
just
back.
gonna be that way.
Geek's going. Hey, let the record show that Geek's going to the Bozo convention this weekend. So at least one of us is. Yeah, Run North will be represented properly at the Bozo convention.
That implies
our-
that we're all bozos.
We're,
Yeah,
no, but we're
it
we're
does,
sending
you
we're sending our biggest one. So that's the whole that's the
there's
bit.
no walking that back.
That's the
You just
bit.
Called yourself
That's the
a
bit.
bozo.
Jake just destroyed himself with facts and logic, Ben Shapiro style.
That's unfortunate.
This is probably the worst episode we've ever recorded in these first 20 minutes.
We're almost
think-
20 minutes in and we haven't even gotten to the main point of the episode.
We're
No,
almost
we-
20 minutes in and we're having a great time. That's
I
what
mean,
matters.
we're having a good time, but I'm not sure that the listeners are.
I think they will.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, whatever. Andrew
You win the
Thomas
football.
deserved. I don't think anybody can say that it's not. I don't think anybody in this podcast is saying it's not. Although Geek looked really confused when I said it, so I don't know.
Because I didn't know what happened.
Oh, okay. Well,
I literally just
now that
learned
you
it
do know
from
what
you.
happened, are you? Geek's about to tweet per Jake Talk Sports. Andrew Thomas has signed an extension.
Yes.
But
Just
yeah,
apply
Thomas got extended. Kmet got extended. We talked about him. We talked about Herbert and Diggs. John Ross retired. So yeah, that happened.
That's depressing.
Why are you so happy about this?
Listen,
What-
I
what's your
mean no
beef with John
respect to
Ross?
John Ross, the human being.
You,
Congratulations
hold
on
up.
a
Before you
wonderful
keep going,
career.
you just said I mean no respect for John Ross.
I mean no disrespect to John Ross,
Continue.
the human being. But as Geek knows, I run a Madden league. And John Ross is the most annoying fucking Madden player in the world.
Did
Because
Geek
he's
have him?
always
Tell me
on.
Geek had him. Oh.
No, he didn't. He's always in
No,
free agency.
Tyreek
And
Hill.
the person who signed him is always some fucking weirdo who puts him in the slot, puts him on a streak every play, and just chucks it up to him, and it is so annoying.
I do
Anytime,
understand that.
from a Madden perspective, thank the Lord. From a football perspective, sad day.
That day. John
Good
Ross
day.
was my favorite receiver when I was a kid.
John Ross,
'Cause
fast.
My
win
dad
combine.
really liked Washington, and he went to Washington, so I was like, I like this guy. And then he didn't do anything, but I was too young to be like this bum. So I was just like, okay, John Ross is really good.
Other big news: Rodgers is taking a $35 million pay cut.
I love
He's only
it.
getting. I think. Hey, listen, this is awesome, man. I like this a lot. He's pushing all of his money to later. He's getting paid like 120 something million next year, and like 1 million this year. I think is the numbers. He's
So
getting
the
paid a
team
lot of
can
money
go
next
add some
year, and so the team
pieces.
can go add some pieces. So Brady did in Tampa just to
Rodgers
be like,
is
if I'm
going
going to come
all
here and
in.
win a Super Bowl, I'm going to let you add the pieces you need to add. And this is not something that anybody would have like expected Rodgers to
Expected?
do.
No,
Because everyone's like, he's a selfish jerk. Yeah, he isn't.
Bro,
I also
No.
hate him now because why couldn't you just do that in Green Bay?
It's
Like 1
because
or
Green
2
Bay wouldn't have
years?
spent the money.
it took him 2 weeks in New York, like practicing and stuff, to realize he still loved football and cared.
They
Yeah,
better
That tells
sign-
you how much he hated Green Bay.
If
Yeah.
they don't sign anybody now, though, I think his PTSD may kill him.
no,
And
I
Like,
Dalvin- Listen, I just want to point out, after they did this, Dalvin Cook met with the Jets again today.
I thought he met with
Yeah.
the Patriots today. Maybe both.
I saw Jets. Maybe he met with both.
who else is a free agent though?
I mean,
There's some
D-Hop
edge rushers that not that they
signed.
need.
Gotta look.
No, not
Who's
really any.
available.
If there was a
Uh,
tight end available, I would say go for them because they don't have a tight end.
They could go get Dalton Reisner. He's a
Dalton
guard.
Reisner would be
That
a
would be a
sick
solid
pickup.
pickup. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
could
forgot he's still a
also-
free agent. Dalton Reisner's pretty
they
good.
could go add Kenny Galladay.
They need a tight end, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do with tight end. Uzama was
Who's
like a
out
complete
there?
shell of himself.
They still
last
have
year.
Tyler Conklin. What do you mean? And they drafted the one kid in like
Zach
the 7th
Kuntz.
round. Yeah.
Oh, they drafted Kuntz? Oh, never mind.
Yes.
Super
And-
Bowl.
So
I
I
actually
think this
did
is a
like Zach
world where
Kuntz a
they
good
go
bit.
get like
Old
Reisner,
Dominion
Cook,
Gilbert.
and then they could go get Reisner and Cook. Jarvis Landry's a free agent.
They don't really need a slot though. They
No,
got Corey
I'm trying to
Davis.
see people that could matter. They could just go get Julio because fuck it, we ball.
I mean, wasn't Julio on that Bucks team? No, he wasn't. No, not on the Super Bowl winning one.
No.
No,
That's why he still needs a Super Bowl. They could go get him.
it's true. They could do that.
They also could go get fucking Akeem Hicks. Just keep building that interior of the defensive line.
They could. Yeah.
Andrew
Either
Norwell's
way-
also a free agent. They could just fix the guards
Yeah.
/
Yeah.
tackles.
Yeah.
However
Yeah,
you
Norwell just
Just
got
Mekhi
cut that big
Beckman.
pickup.
might have to move.
Yeah, but he's not healthy, so they're not going to
No,
take
Norwell's
him up this
healthy.
year.
That's why he got cut. They couldn't
Thought-
cut him until he passed a physical.
Yeah.
Oh.
He
Oh, I mean,
passed and then they
yeah.
cut him.
Yeah.
So Norwell's a Viking. Actually, is the real thing here.
No one wants to play for the Vikings.
Okay.
That's why all your good players left, bozo.
Right.
Eric Kendricks, Dalvin Cook, Dalvin Tomlinson.
Question for you.
No one wants to play for
Justin
you.
Jefferson, drafted.
Kirk
TJ
Cousins,
Hawkinson,
robbing
trade,
you
whatever.
blind.
TJ Hawkinson traded there against his will. Kirk Cousins signed there against his will.
Signed against his will.
They made him pick up the pen. Adam Thielen drafted. Harrison Smith drafted. Eric Kendricks drafted. Adam Thielen drafted.
Adam
Thielen
Thielen
was not
brainwashed by
drafted.
Minnesotan propaganda for his entire
Adam
life.
Thielen was desperate. Went undrafted. Had to sign somewhere. He's like, fine, I guess it'll be Minnesota. They're the only team who wants me. And Minnesota was like, we want you. Anyway, speaking of Adam Thielen, his quarterback is officially Bryce Young.
To get out. He doesn't want to play for you
Yeah,
anymore.
this is true. Speaking of Adam Thielen, his quarterback is officially Bryce Young.
Who cares?
Frank Reich said QB1. So
yeah, too bad he's going 1-16.
You really hope so, don't you?
Yes.
the Falcons are going 16-1.
Bears,
Wait. Why are you hoping for Bryce Young to fail?
not Bryce Young, the Panthers, because I have their
Because
pick.
then the Bears get the #1 pick again.
And then we get to trade down.
Dude, the haul you would get for Caleb Williams is so fucking
or maybe
insane.
I should okay, if we're gonna move into the mailbag, maybe I should start with a question that would be funny to ask in this scenario.
Oh god.
Okay, here's one. Or should we just go in order? Okay.
I don't care. Ask away.
First question we got: Jahan Dotson or George Pickens? I don't think you guys are gonna like my answer.
I think I will.
Jahan Dotson.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at the agreement.
Okay. Good.
Listen, dude.
Miller, I knew you were on the Dotson side. I know about you, Geek.
Pickens is fun. Don't get me wrong. The acrobatic catches
Pickens
go
is
crazy.
He's Kendrick Bourne 2.0. He's gonna have 2 catches a year. Otherwise, you're not gonna hear about him.
When it comes to down consistency, Dotson was better. He's a better route runner. Pickens is a better run blocker. I'll give him that. Dotson's, I think, faster. I could be wrong there. I don't remember.
No.
But I think Dotson looked a lot better last year with worse quarterback play. And I like the direction he's trending. Now, he's not going to get the opportunity Pickens is going to be a true wide receiver 1. But as
Pickens getting that opportunity,
if Deontay Johnson continues on the trek he's been on, he'll get the opportunity to. Not saying he'll solidify himself as one, but he'll get a chance to.
Kind of bad year, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I still have faith in Deontay Johnson.
I do too, but I'm saying, I'll put it this way. Pickens has a better chance to put himself in a position to maybe be that guy than Dotson ever could. And that's not a slight at Dotson. It's just because Terry McLaurin is Terry McLaurin.
Scary Terry.
But Dotson's incredible. He's going to be one of the best wide receiver 2s in football by the end of the year, if he's not already. I think the fact that he's a much better route runner than Pickens is going to go a long way. I trust his hands a lot more, even if Pickens makes the more acrobatic catches on a down-to-down basis. I think Dotson has better hands. Dotson separates better. The only thing Pickens does better is be flashier, be louder, and run block better.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything Miller said. I think that Jahan Dotson is just a bit better and probably will continue to be better. So yeah, I think we're all in agreement about that one. This one is one that I have actively seen you two debate just last night, actually. Geno Smith or Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna let you two have the floor because I don't have too strong of opinions out of the way on this one.
See, we already had this fight. I'm taking Kirk.
And I'm taking Geno.
Based off of literally everything that has ever happened in all of history. Thank you.
Geno was a better quarterback last year. Thank you.
Based off of nothing. This film doesn't agree.
Yes, it does.
Because he had a few more touchdowns passing deep because Kirk had more yards. And
what does touchdowns have to do with film?
No, because when you're watching him throw deep, throwing to Jalen Reagor deep versus throwing to the 2 best deep route runners in football. It's a bit different.
Okay, well, it's not like Gino was just chucking up 50-50 balls and hoping somebody would come down with them. He was putting a lot of finesse and touch on the
I
balls
know.
and putting them exactly where they needed to be.
But he also has two guys who are constantly wide open. But whatever. You pick Gino, I pick Kirk. We'll see how that
So I guess
goes.
I'm the deciding vote, aren't I?
And he's going to pick Gino because we're biased against the Vikings here.
I don't give a fuck who Kirk plays for. He knows better.
Gentlemen,
Drew Lock is better.
He pleads the fifth, and we're moving
no,
on.
I do not plead the fifth. Geno Smith. That's my answer.
Jake Space.
13 games isn't enough for me to pick a guy. What are we doing now?
This one's going to get us into a ridiculous argument.
Let's go.
Who's the NBA GOAT? Jordan.
Oh, fuck.
I'm not having the argument
don't
because we
want
will
the
be here
GOAT
for 3
debate.
hours. Yeah.
And it doesn't even technically matter because basically every NBA player ever just says, well, it's just look at it based on eras. Jordan's the GOAT of his.
Paul George is my GOAT.
All right, delete your account, get off the internet, and become a hermit.
All right, Hammy and Steven were having a competition to see who is the new Packers fan on Run the North. Have fun with that.
You have to fight to the death in a
Oh,
pit,
shit.
oiled up, naked, in front of an audience of thousands.
What the fuck?
I really hope neither of them made it this far. They both
Nobody in the world made it this far.
They both probably did. They're so committed.
Oh,
Grayson's going to hear that. I know for a fact
Grayson's gonna hear that.
Hey, Grayson,
I
how you
guarantee
doing?
you,
I hope you
Hammy's
enjoyed that mental image I just
Hammy's
gave
probably
you.
gonna be on his way to work. He's gonna hear that.
But no, actually,
And-
here's the
and he's
real
gonna start
answer for
trading.
the Jordan LeBron GOAT debate. Not only does it not matter, the real answer is as long as you have those two as 1 and 2, it really doesn't matter.
Real.
Oh, well then you're really gonna hate me.
Yeah, you're just biased and an idiot, so it's okay.
Kembe
It goes-
Mutombo.
It goes Jordan,
Oh,
And
I guess
then
we
it
are
goes-
forgetting about the real GOAT, Ricky Rubio.
Wilt Chamberlain, and then it goes Hakeem Olajuwon,
Larry Bird,
and then it goes Larry Bird, and then it goes Klay Thompson,
and then Scottie Pippen.
and then it goes Karl Anthony Towns, and then Scottie Pippen,
Alex
and then Dennis
I'm
Rodman,
gonna have an
Rodman,
aneurysm.
and then Steve Kerr, and then
Ryan
LeBron James.
Arcidiacono.
Yeah,
Luke
Joakim
May.
This
Noah.
feels.
should
Did
be
you
up
just
there.
call him Joaquim?
Is that not his name?
It's Joaquim.
Joakim Noah. Sorry,
It's Joakim Noah.
Jeremy Lin for that one stretch of
Yeah,
time was way better than LeBron ever has been.
Glenn
you know,
Davis,
Glenn
Simbalar,
Oh my gosh, Shaq! I didn't even mention Shaq.
Do you
Shaq,
see what they're trying to do to me?
Penny
here, guys?
Hardaway.
Because Shaq was taller, he was better. That's just how
What do
that
we-
works.
What do we?
Which also means that
Okay,
Yao Ming
Can we
was better.
fucking stop with the dumb shit real quick though? What do we call the fans of this podcast?
I don't think any of us have thought that far.
Grayson.
No, that's why I'm asking.
Backed up.
Ouch, damn. Nah, Hammy watches like every episode.
Yeah.
Don't
Our friends.
disrespect. Hammy.
Wait.
Our two friends
what-
that watch the episode.
We
But to be
have,
fair- okay.
no, we get like decent-ish views on this podcast.
Well, here's the
Don't do
thing.
that to us.
What do we call them? I don't know.
Yeah, you
We
gotta have a
don't, we,
name.
okay,
Northerners.
we don't really have a name that lends itself to too much of that.
Nah, neither
like-
did the fucking New Heights podcast. They came up with something completely different.
What
We
do
got to
they
come
call
up
them?
They're called the 92%ers,
92%ers.
but I don't know why.
because 92% the QB sneak 92% of the time.
Okay,
works.
well, excuse
Jason-
us for not being an NFL player who just can pull a reference out of his,
Well, that reference is just straight up pulled.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That'd be
I don't know. Got to think about that. Let us know in the comments what we should name. you
Yeah.
people.
What do you want to be called?
What do you want to be called?
sure. Yeah, in this day and age, we should
What
give
if we
them
just
their
call
own
them all
choice.
Bob?
That doesn't really have a ring
Oh,
to it.
We can just call him.
I don't know
idiots.
if I can enter this podcast calling them.
What's up, Bob?
What's up, Bob? Welcome back to the Run the North podcast.
What's up, all you Bobs? Oh no, that's so bad.
Something has to happen on this podcast that we can reference.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Next question. What do you guys call your listeners? No, we can't answer this.
What?
We can't answer
damn.
this one. We don't know.
The
No.
Seals.
Here's this next one. You'll know who asked this question just by the nature of it. Which tight end?
Who asked that?
Which
the
one?
last one. About what we call our viewers.
That was a joke. That was a bit because like we couldn't come up with it. Because we couldn't come up with it.
I thought you were trying to steal somebody's thing to make a bit out of it.
No. Which tight end is going to break out and solidify themselves as an elite tier guy this year?
Okay, first of all,
I know who Miller wants. I know
who's considered an elite tier tight end.
Yeah, so let's establish that.
Kelsey, Kittle, Andrews. I think that's it. Elite. I think they're the only elite tier guys.
I'd put Hawkinson and Goddard in there.
I like Hawkinson and Goddard, but are they really in that same tier as those first three guys? I don't
think
know.
So.
I think they're like I would put maybe Hawkinson, but I don't think Goddard is.
I like that take.
I don't know. Maybe Hawkinson. But I really think those three guys kind of stand alone from the rest, if I'm being completely honest.
I mean,
Pitts could be up there, but I'm not ready to put him there
He's not there yet.
Pitts is who I'm stealing for my answer.
Pitts is in that second tier with like Goddard and whoever else, but I think like
Pitts
those four are the guys.
Of an answer.
I have my guy. I think I know who Miller's going to pick, so I can go first.
Yeah, we know who Miller's going to pick. Yeah, go ahead.
Jelani Woods. I think Jelani Woods could have a pretty sick season this year.
That's the second year tight end you're going with?
This isn't a second year tight end. You're going to go with the other one, so I'm not going to take your thunder.
No.
Fine. Fine. It's Chig.
Okay.
God damn it. Why do you guys get to take all the names? Fuck you.
Chig was my pick, but I didn't want to steal Miller's thunder. I totally thought that's where he was going.
No, you're not going to steal my thunder.
Oh, so it's Chig. Okay. I think Chig's going to be awesome this year, so that's my pick.
Go ahead, Miller. I'm still thinking of names.
It's Kmet. Unironically, it's Kmet.
Well, fine. Yeah, I mean.
Like, listen, okay. Historically speaking, tight ends, when they start to enter this stage of their careers, when they really start to take that leap, Kmet's only 24. He's heading into year 4. And I think the fact that he's not going to be the primary focus of the offense anymore, because we have DJ Moore, we'll have a healthy Darnell Mooney. He's going to be at best the third option. Teams aren't going to target him as much. And if Kmet can start to build off of what he started last year and create separation more often, which he was doing very well towards the end of the year, and just be reliable, be great after the catch, I think he can be an elite tight end. On top of the fact that he's already one of the better blocking tight ends out of like the actual tight ends, the non-primary blocking tight ends.
Oh, fuck. Everybody I keep thinking of is like kind of old. Because I was thinking Evan Ingram, but like he's 28.
He was really good last year.
He's like 28.
I know, but this is like solidifying themselves into the elite tier, and he's not done that yet. So
give me David Njoku.
Okay.
David Njoku. Okay, I like that. Breaking news on the Run the North podcast. A little bit of MLB news for you. The Los Angeles Angels have decided to send Edgar Quero and Kai Bush to the White Sox for Lucas Giolito and Reynaldo Lopez.
Who wins that trade?
The Angels. The two guys that traded away are two of their top prospects, but Giolito is a solid starter, and Reynaldo Lopez is a really, really sick reliever. So
you also have to remember what the White Sox do with top prospects.
They also ruin.
So like, yes. I ain't worried about it.
So, but yes, we get to break news
I like
here on
it.
the Run the North podcast.
I like finally bringing
Lucas
up baseball
Giolito is an Angel.
So the Angels are trying to go the.
I guess they are
route.
buyers. Yeah. So because they've already said today to kind of further open this discussion about them. They said today not trading Shohei, which I have my own philosophies on. Geek has his own philosophies on.
Yeah.
I don't think they should.
Okay.
I mean. I don't. Okay, I think they should. I think they could. They could get a bag for the guy right now. But Geek's theory seems to be proven true that they actually want to try and compete for something this year.
Try to compete. Try to keep Shohei. mostly because otherwise you're left
Do
with...
you think a wild card exit is enough for Shohei to be like, yeah, I'm going to
No.
stay? Right.
But if you get to the wild card, you have Shohei start at pitcher.
I mean, I would want
He can hit and pitch. You want your ace out there.
Well, also the wild card is a 3-game series now, so
I forgot about that. I thought it was
even if he's out there for the first game, he can hit the next one. But,
right,
yeah,
that's true.
So,
but like, and he can hit in the games he pitches because that's a weird rule as long as you're designated to
he
it.
can DH. Yeah.
So, but the thing is, if they can make a little bit of a run, they don't have to World Series it, but if you could make an ALCS, or at least go deep into an ALDS and make it close and be competitive. The biggest thing is going to be if Trout can come back, because if he can't, you're fucked anyways, and then you're losing Shohei for nothing, and that sucks.
I mean, right now they're 4 games out of a spot, but they also have the team that's right ahead of them in this next series with my Toronto Blue Jays. So if they win that series, or if they win 2 out of 3 there, things are interesting, and they're probably going to win 2 out of 3 because it's the Blue Jays and they suck sometimes.
Ooh, and Giolito.
Rocky's
is a nice pitcher. So
Giolito's nice. Reynaldo Lopez is a very, very solid bullpen guy. Yeah. So this is a good trade for them.
I still think they need a little more help, but
sure, everybody does.
But there's still a lot of time left before the deadline, so
sure
they can make it happen, and I hope they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, back to our regular schedule programming. We can put down the Millennium now.
Okay, then I won't bring that up. I didn't know Noah Syndergaard got traded today.
Oh, did he? To who?
Yeah, to the Guardians for Ahmed Rosario.
Oh, I saw that Ahmed got moved. I didn't know it was for Syndergaard. Okay,
yeah,
well,
weird. Sorry,
they needed a starting arm, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
This one, I'm not sure if any of us are actually gonna have an answer to this one, because I don't know what you guys' scouting has been. Thoughts on the 2024 draft class, specifically QBs? I know how Geek feels about Caleb Williams because he's an Oklahoma guy. Geek knows all about Caleb Williams, loves him. I love him.
Well, and I've gotten to go watch so much extra Caleb Williams, trying to get fully into Jordan Addison. So I'm just watching Caleb Williams now. It's great.
Yeah, JC Latham's cool. I like JC Latham. He's a very fun tackle prospect.
Who's the North Carolina kid?
Drake May.
Drake May.
He's definitely a very strong 2 who could have been QB1 in like a number of past
White goes hard.
And isn't there a chance Dion's kid comes out in this class?
Shador? Yes. However, I think it would be smart for him to wait a year with how good the quarterback class is this year.
Unless he just explodes.
Which he could. I mean, Colorado could be good this year. I actually don't think. I know that people don't like the Dion's is dead bias, but I actually do think
doesn't matter.
Is okay.
No,
I think he's a good quarterback.
I hate those arguments.
He was good at Jackson
always
State.
Trying to make it be like a nepotism thing. It's not always. Sometimes it's just kids better.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, Shador's okay. Michael Penix is good. I'm excited to see what happens with him this season.
His name is one letter off from being really funny. I'll let you do the math on that one.
Oh, that is pretty funny.
Yeah, Jake gets it.
Jake.
This is one that we brought up talking about today, but Miller said, and I quote, "There's not really much of a point in talking about this. Thoughts on the NFL Top 100 so far? I don't think Justin Fields should have been ahead of Trevor Lawrence.
I don't think anyone should actually give a shit about the NFL.
Yeah, I don't really know what there is to say about it, unless Geek has some strong thoughts. I got nothing on the NFL
I jumped
Top
in
100, dude.
I got into this argument about it. Not actually, it was kind of about where players rank, but it was more people don't understand what the list is. It's not ranking who the best players are by watching film. It was who the best players were based off how they played last year. And so it's literally only about recency bias. That's all this list is.
Not only is it only about recency bias, but there's teammate bias is going to be into it. Like we see the
who you play, and
yeah,
then
we see
numbers are going to matter like a lot here.
Yeah.
If you lead the league in an area, whether you're good or bad, you're going to make the list. Blake Martinez made this list before.
True.
Like, for example, you see these like anonymous ballots get posted on social media all the time.
Yeah.
And it'll be 10 dudes from the same team, and the long snapper will be at 6.
Yeah.
Like, it's all bias. Like Geek said, it's all about who you play and when you play them. So, for example, Justin Fields. I'll guarantee you every defender he played in the back half of the year had him in their top 10 because of how frustrating he would be to play against. Because last year he wasn't playing like a traditional quarterback. You had to worry about him putting up 200-300 rushing yards on you. And it was a pain in the ass. Like they had Nick Bosa on there, and he was talking about how Justin Fields made him look stupid 4 or 5 times. But they had Roquan Smith and Akeem Hicks on there, who were his former teammates. And they were talking about back half of the year, Justin Fields is a completely different football player.
Speaking of Justin Fields, if he ever breaks Adrian Peterson's single game rushing record, it doesn't count.
Why?
If I'm not allowed to call him a running back, he's not allowed to break a running back record. Them's the rules.
It's not a running back record. It's just
a running back record.
No.
It's a running back record. It's not the same. Running as a quarterback and running as a running back are not the same thing.
If Debo put up 600 rushing yards in a game, that doesn't count?
Nope. When you're just doing it as jet sweeps, it doesn't count.
He wouldn't be saying this
that
if
would
it was
be positionism.
Same thing.
Get it right.
Shapes. Yeah, I bet if Justin Jefferson broke it, you'd be all for it.
No, I wouldn't, because he's not a running back. The only other guys who get an excuse are fullbacks, and that's because they have to run it in the same goddamn way.
I mean, no, I'm not going to bring that up because people will go crazy about it. There was a play last year where Justin Fields lined up at tailback and took a pitch from Cole Kmet.
Well, that's different.
He got like 15 yards off of it too, which is
that's different. Part. So he had 200 quarterback rushing yards and then 15 running back rushing yards in that game. That's how this works now. I don't care.
Also, you just want an excuse to call Fields a running back. We all know it.
No, I don't. That is literally the exact opposite of what I said, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, whatever. Pull up the next question.
So Miller, just a little bit of a off topic, but I actually do have all the questions from your tweet. So all the
cool.
list. And this one is actually the last one from that tweet. What are some of the best / most exciting games in recent memory?
I've got 2 that come to mind instantly. Geek will,
Nobody heard that, and I'm sad.
If this is from, are we doing this from like your own team or just in general?
Just in general. I've got one from the Bears and one not from the Bears.
I'll do one for each then.
Not from the Bears, that Vikings and Ravens game a year or 2 ago, where Pat Ricard and CJ Ham went nuclear in the 4th quarter.
Yeah. Ken Nwangwu also had his first career kick return touchdown that game.
Valid.
Yeah.
Who won that game?
The Ravens.
Okay, yeah, because Ricard scored a receiving touchdown at the very end, and that was the
little fucker.
Yeah. And then the other one,
CJ Ham never even got a chance. It was some bullshit.
Yeah. And then the other one has to be the Bears and Dolphins game from this year. Like, Fields in that game was so electric. They'd had my favorite play of the whole year in that game, where Fields like pump faked to safety and then took off and ran, and it was like the coolest run ever. And there was also extra weight to that because before the game, I was talking to Nico, back and forth in replies, and he was like, we made a joke. We were like, I'll trade a good Justin Fields game for a Dolphins win. And I was like, you got yourself a deal. And then it happened. And we both went crazy. We're like, oh my God, we did it. We manifested it. Because Fields had like 200 rushing yards that game. That was the game he broke the quarterback single game rushing record against Miami. He broke it on Mike Vick. And we probably could have won that game if the refs didn't miss a really egregious DPI on Claypool, but I'm glad we lost it.
You weren't allowed. They weren't allowed to win that game. What do you mean?
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm okay with us losing it. But the point was, it was close and it was good. It was fun.
Yeah. Jake, what you got?
The Packers one is. I mean, this was a while back, but it was the Packers-Bears game where Rodgers got hurt and then came back in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, buddy. Go fuck yourself, buddy.
That is just one of the most exciting ones because I was much younger than I was going nuts when that happened. My non-Packers one is probably the Bills-Chiefs playoff game. I mean,
Yeah.
like I was sitting with a bunch of I was at college at that point. I was sitting with a bunch of my buddies from school
I
watching
was
that
at
game,
college university.
watching them go shot for shot. It was awesome. One of the most electric environments I've ever been a part of, watching a sports game that wasn't actually in person. And I mean, obviously, watching two of the best quarterbacks in the NFL just absolutely go nuclear was fun. So that's, I mean, yeah. Geek.
So for the Vikings game, obviously the Vikings Bills game from last year, that game was
I was gonna
fucking
say the game when they came
insane.
back from down 33 to the Colts.
Nah, because that game was just more frustrating. Because like we shouldn't have been there. Like, how many fucking fumble sixes did Chandon Sullivan need to have? He had 3 of them in the first half that all got called back because the runner was down, and never once was he down. But they couldn't review it for some reason. And then for the non-Vikings game, it's got to be that Bengals Chiefs regular season game from like,
Oh,
was that this
that
year or
was
the
it.
year before?
Last
Where
year
it
when
was,
the Bengals clinched the division with it.
yeah, 28-17 at half, and the Bengals came back. That game was incredible. That was awesome.
Good
Yeah.
game. Good game. Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one. Which non QB will have the biggest breakout this year? I could reuse my answer from the tight end one if I wanted to, but I'm not going to.
How biased we want to be.
I mean, you can, I guess, be biased. I'm sure Miller's got something cooking.
I'm trying to think. Do I?
I'm trying to not be always biased. So
biggest breakout.
yeah, that's kind of the hang up here is the breakout.
Yeah, and biggest is another hang up. Like I could pull a random player I think is going to have a breakout year, but I don't know if he'll have the biggest breakout year.
Yeah.
Like I've got one in mind for a random player that'll break out.
Who you got?
Keontae Ingram from the Cardinals.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Like, no disrespect to James Conner, but the Cardinals are switching to a zone rushing scheme, specifically like the Shanahan wide zone rushing scheme. And James Conner I've got this fresh on the brain because I just recorded my Cardinals team preview. But James Conner does not fit that. And Keontae Ingram fits that perfectly. So I think they're going to lean on him more this year and let him. He's going to look like a real running back that matters this year, but I don't think I would say he's the biggest.
Yeah. I think a big pick for me is Kyer Elam.
You're a lot more confident than him and I am.
I think he could be sick this year.
No, if we're doing that, give me Andrew Booth. No.
Actually, I don't want to be a homer, but I genuinely do think we're going to see a really good Romeo Dubs season this year. I think he's gonna be a good weapon for.
I've got like 3-4 Vikings. I could say I just don't want to. So I'm gonna go. I think it's finally time. It's finally time. Jerry Jeudy breaks out. Give me the Judester. I always like Jerry Jeudy. Why are we booing Jerry Jeudy?
That was me sleeping on Jerry Jeudy, by the way. That yawn.
That's fair.
That was perfectly timed.
Here, I'll give you one. Unpopular opinion because it's a fullback. Troy Hairston. He's gonna have a big year.
He already broke out.
I mean, he's borderline top 10 right now. I think he'll be like the same
top 10
tier.
At your position's kind of a breakout.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna jump into like the Kari blasting game Jakob Johnson tier, where he's like one of the 5 or 6 best fullbacks. If that's not big enough for you,
That's good.
Nah, it's never big enough.
What you mean by
that? Was the phrasing we were going for there.
Yeah, I mean,
breakouts are tough, especially since none of us pre-prepped this one.
Jerry Jacobs. Jerry Jacobs
is a good one.
Yeah,
like
okay,
Jerry.
Real quick, just because it's fun. You said Romeo Dubs. Anyone else on the Packers you think breaks out?
Quay Walker, I think, could have a good season.
Sorry, he's only good at hitting equipment managers.
Miller.
Yeah, I'm out on Quay Walker. Just
even
he's a
you on the
bad guy.
Packers team preview acknowledged that he could have a good season next year.
Yeah, but I don't want him to because he's
he could have a good
person.
he could have a good season. Yes, one incident makes him a garbage person. Understood. Let's see. Kenny Clark. No, I was kidding.
Well, he actually did that twice. Didn't he? Didn't he get kicked out of 2 games for the same thing?
Oh, don't care. Gotta be. I don't know. Maybe Eric Stokes.
Okay.
Eric Stokes has been hurt and bad, but I think he could be neither of those things this year. Hopefully. But yeah. Is Justin Tucker worth more than the average?
Whoa! Miller didn't give his Bears ones. I didn't give my Vikings ones.
Yeah, buddy.
We're doing homers. Okay,
that's literally why you were just naming Packers, fuckhead. Because I asked you who on the Packers do you think is breaking out. Let's do the bias.
But I didn't ask you who on the Vikings broke out. So
that's my point. You're not the only guy who's allowed to run topics around here. Grow up.
So.
Miller, Bears.
Kmet's the obvious one, like I already said. I'd like to throw out there, by the way, I tweeted out earlier that Kmet's a top 10 tight end, and someone replied to my tweet with tight end receiving yards. And I was like, that's a really lazy way to evaluate players. So they responded with PFF grades, but not a full list of you can't see that. That was pointless. Not a full list of PFF grades. Yeah. Just, you know how on PFF, when you don't have a subscription, it'll show you the top 3 players at a position, then they just throw a bunch of names in after that?
Yeah.
He tried to use that as justification for Kmet not being a top 10 tight end. When the other names listed outside of Kelsey, Kittle, and Andrews are Eric Tomlinson, Jeff Swaim, CJ Uzama, Michael Pruitt, Cameron Brate, Logan Thomas, Pat Freiermuth, Greg Dulcich, and Darren Waller. Only one of those tight ends is comparable to Kmet. Anyways.
No, there's 2.
Pat Freiermuth can't keep his head on straight long enough to be good. That's rude.
I was talking about Jeff Swaim. No.
No. Kmet, and then I'll take one for defense. Kyler Gordon would be my other one. Just because, like, I would say Brisker, but I feel like Brisker's already kind of there as, like, a really good safety. Whereas Kyler Gordon, he had half a year of consistency when he actually moved to nickel corner, and I've talked about this 100 times before, but before that, he wasn't good. So I think now that he's full-time nickel and has 2 good corners on the boundary, he's going to have a really nice year.
The Vikings are tough because they have so many young guys now. We got rid of all the old guys. Now it's just young guys. But I think Brian Asamoah and Andrew Booth are going to go incredibly hard this year. Asamoah filling in that Kendricks role, and then Andrew Booth being an actual corner. That's cool. We've never had one of those in Minnesota. That's not true. We had like 2 years of the roads being closed. I love that Miller's just on his phone while he heard.
I'm sorry. Of that. I did hear you were talking about Andrew Booth and how you're going to have another good corner. For the first time since the roads were closed. First of all, and second of all, I was replying to my thumbnail guy because you sent me a heater, and I had to say, "Wow, man,
thumbnail guy,
a heater." Yeah, Cole. Cole makes all my thumbnails.
Bro, are you paying him?
I have offered to pay him, and he won't take payment.
Yo, you want to hit him up for me? See if he wants to make some thumbnails for somebody else. Not even kidding.
I'm sure if you shot him a DM, he'd do it. He loves it. He just likes making thumbnails.
I'll actually pay you, though, because I make way more content that needs thumbnails. I'm posting like 3 videos a week. That's the thing.
Like I said, I offered to pay him, and he said no. So,
Jake.
What?
You got the next question, bud?
Oh, yeah, sure. Is Justin Tucker worth more than the average running back? Yes. Moving on.
The average running back, without a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're talking, the top tier, then we have an actual debate. But the average
But we're not talking about the top tier.
No.
Thanks to
also,
Mason.
Specifically on that, do you remember the average kicker versus like the average payment for a kicker versus the average running back payment thing?
And it
That's so
didn't account
dumb.
for the fact that there's backup running backs making less than
Yeah.
$1 million, and each team has like 6 running backs right now.
And they have like one kicker.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason the running back average is
Yeah.
so low.
You know, the average running back, whoever that would be in your mind, I wouldn't pay them as much as I'd pay Justin Tucker.
No.
No, yeah,
Now-
that's a pretty straightforward one. Yeah.
What's worth more money, an average kicker or an average running back? That's the question, because you're basically asking who's worth more money, Greg Joseph or Derrick Henry. That's not really,
Derrick Henry.
because you're looking at the best and like average. What about average versus average? Who's worth more money, the kicker or the running back? I think so too.
Any running back can be productive if your offensive line's good.
I still think there are certain guys, that you gotta just pay those dudes.
No,
They're-
yeah, for sure, but
they're a
the amount of
different
those
level.
are pretty
Right.
limited.
Oh yeah.
Like if we're talking,
CMC, Derrick Henry, Chubb, Saquon.
I'd
I
throw
might-
Jacobs in there.
I don't know if I would. He's had one good year in 5 years. I don't know. That's no hate
Roshan
to
Johnson better.
Josh
That's all
Jacobs.
I
It's
know.
True.
just I don't know.
Jake agrees that Roshan Johnson is better than former
Yeah, you
NFL
did
rushing
say
yard
that.
leader Josh Jacobs.
I'm a big Josh Jacobs fan.
But
Yeah, but you
think
said
Roshan's
Roshan
better.
Johnson
You
is
just said
better.
Roshan Johnson's better, yeah.
Jake has zoned so far out, he doesn't know the words he's saying. Miller
Jake.
goes, Roshan Johnson is better than Josh Jacobs, and Jake goes, true.
No, I knew what I was saying.
Yeah, you
I
did
don't
know
think
because
you
you know
did.
ball and you know Roshan's
Uh.
better. Anyway, Stream Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. Move on to the next
No.
question.
I don't know what this question means, but
Who
what
asked
team? I don't know. Who is most likely to have a 2022 Vikings type of run? I guess that means like win a bunch of games in the regular season and get booted in the wild. I don't
Win
know what
more
that
games
means.
than win more games than their team quality says they should, and that's the Falcons.
This year, the Falcons
Yeah.
or like the Packers.
Falcons.
Yeah, like if the
But it's
Packers
not
win
hard.
10 games, they're pretty fraudulent because I don't think they're a 10-win roster. The Falcons is probably the big one. I mean, we talked about on the Hot Takes episode how we all pretty much think they're going to win the division, but that doesn't mean their team quality is really as good. I mean, it's not saying much in the division they're in.
I mean, it is the run. I mean,
Yeah.
Vikings team quality wasn't that good. They were just winning,
Right.
winning games.
Yeah.
Taking holes and
Vikings
taking
mid-win
souls.
game.
Yeah, so my pick is, since I can't pick the same one as Geeks at the Falcons, so I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh will win more games than their quality is. I'm not trying to take a shot at my guy Kenny Pickett, but their roster as a whole, I don't know.
Mike Tomlin is a fucking miracle worker.
Like they'd be the correct answer for like every year for the past decade, pretty much.
Yeah,
Like I mean, like except for like the Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Roethlisberger,
the BBB years. Yeah,
except for
Killer
those,
bees.
but, yeah.
When they wore those fucking Killer Bee uniforms. Yeah,
I'm gonna say the Steelers. Miller,
Yeah.
any?
I'll pull one out for you. The Houston Texans.
valid.
Yes. I think
See over the
even them
Texans.
winning 7 games would put them in this category. Like they like I don't see them winning more than 4 or 5 still. Even though I love Stroud, but
Yeah, they could cook. Like there's a world where they could pull off winning their division and then just get whomped in the first round because they play like the Chargers or the Bengals or the Ravens.
Yeah. This is an awkward question to answer. When will you let Steven be a guest on the show? Dude,
True. He has been asking for ever.
we have not really, to answer this question with all complete cards on the table,
Yeah,
we have really not discussed guests at all. Like other than
Outside
a
of
couple of
very
NFL,
select few.
yeah, I thought a very select few who happen to be NFL players.
Yeah,
We have not discussed any kind of guest option. We don't know if it would work or how it would work. We don't really know. Like, if a guest is going to be on this
Should
show,
we tell him Grayson's coming on next week?
what?
I mean,
Geek will
hey,
not be.
uh,
Here. Thank you.
no, but if a guest is coming on this show, I can assure you it will not be in anytime like the near future. I wouldn't say because we really haven't discussed it. We don't know if the guests are going to be.
We're recording
solely,
tomorrow with the voice of Patrick Starr.
Oh,
Um,
why were
yes,
neither me or Jake
yes,
informed
we're
of it?
doing
Okay.
that
Because
we're doing
I'm recording with him, just me.
But yes,
Miller,
it's
you
gonna
have
go on the
plans
channel,
tomorrow.
You know,
I
no, he
do
doesn't,
have
not
plans
anymore.
tomorrow. I'm going to multitask.
Patrick Starr's playing your
think that's
D&D
gonna
game.
work.
Actually,
Oh, that would
Gonna
be
work.
kind of sick, actually.
that's what's gonna happen. But no.
D&D on this screen, put D&D on my fucking TV. I got the podcast over here. When my character's not talking, I'm muted doing the podcast. I'll be like, hold on, I have to roll perception. Then I come back.
Yeah, dude. I
Dude,
mean, like,
he wouldn't be role playing in a session 0 that's going to be all about role playing.
Here's
That's
the
going to be tough.
okay. We already talk over each other a lot and argue a lot, and three of us. This is a pretty crowded podcast to begin with, so adding a fourth person in here, there would have to be. I feel like some kind of interview element where it's
Right,
like
like
we
if
we can consistently include them by asking them questions.
Yeah.
Right. Like getting, an NFL player or another
Right.
different,
voice of
I don't
Patrick
know,
Starr.
whatever. The voice,
Voice of Patrick. If he wanted to talk about sports, if he wanted to talk about, we let
We
him
can
on.
ask him
Certain
about the
people.
infamous Russell Wilson event.
That was funny. That's not what he wanted to cook.
Do you remember that, Geek?
Not at all.
The
They were-
Nickelodeon
they were-
broadcast
yeah,
for
they
the
were
That's
doing
why
Rams.
I've
game.
never
Rams
watched a
Broncos.
single.
The
Yeah.
one where Baker came out and just absolutely just demolished
So
them.
they were recording it, and they had like a weird CGI Patrick, where the voice of Patrick was actually
And
like
he
live
was
commentating.
he was
the game.
commentating the
And he
game,
was
yeah.
like, "Here goes Russell Wilson," and then he throws a pick, and he goes, "Oh no!" And like just started going crazy because Russ threw a pick 6.
Yep. And then he just
Wow.
goes, "That's not what he wanted to cook." It was really
That's not what
funny.
he wanted to
But
That's-
yeah,
That's Russell Wilson's career highlight, as far as I'm concerned.
but like we've said, we don't know if a guest will come on this show that isn't like that. That's just one of our peers. We don't know this yet. Maybe they could for sure, but at the current
maybe
moment,
if
we have
we-
not discussed any kind of guest option. So,
not at all.
short answer: not soon. Nor will anybody be on soon. So, like,
That's true.
I mean, this is not a single out kind of thing. This is a no. Because we
It's
haven't
not a
discussed
Yeah.
NFL Steven. It's not a Hammy. It's just a
It's
anyone.
Bandit
Yeah.
from Louis.
It's actually been
Just,
He's
yeah,
our guest.
they're out.
I don't
Nope, we gotta put
what-
him down. He just said something incredibly racist.
Pretty sure Grayson asked this one just to see you two go at it, but
It's
who's
not
better
gonna work.
between KJ Osborne and Darnell Mooney?
We've
Darnell
had this
Mooney.
discussion, and we
So
came
many
to the
times in this
conclusion.
podcast.
We've had not only that, but we've also
And
just
off the
come to the
podcast,
conclusion. It's the Austin Hooper, Mo Alley
Yes.
Cox argument
it's
again.
not that
Only
yeah.
with better players, I still think both of them are a higher tier than Cox and Hooper. Fuck, I forgot dude's
You
name.
paused way too long after you said that.
Because I forgot Hooper's name. They're both better than Cox, bro.
No, I don't like how long you paused after saying Mo
I
Alley's last
forgot
name.
Hooper's name.
Nah, let's be real. Geek is sus.
I don't think that's what that would mean at all.
Geek is sus. Vote him off. Vote him off. He's the imposter.
Ugh. See, and like always, they're gonna vote me off, and the imposter's gonna win the game because I told them who the real imposter was. Dude, the amount of times that happened. It's because when I was the imposter, I was an asshole and would convince them to vote somebody else.
I
off.
really wish Among
He's
Us was
the-
popular when we started this podcast, dude. Run the North Among Us would have gone crazy.
Oh my
Fuck it,
god!
let's-
Run the North
No,
Among Us
because
would have gone.
we still
Hey, wait,
could.
hey, let's stream Among Us.
We
this
can.
is genius. Let's stream Among Us.
I mean,
This
I
is how we get
still
the
have
views.
it. The Geek
I
Slate
still
channel
have it,
needs
dude. Yeah,
content.
dude.
we
Let's
can
stream Among
we can
Us.
plan this.
Yeah.
I will
Get an
talk
Among
to you
Us
guys
game
about
going with all of our boys.
something I'm planning after this episode.
Run the
Okay.
North Among Us. Run the North D&D.
Yeah.
Run the North 7v7 football game hosted at Arrowhead Stadium.
Why at Arrowhead?
I don't
Featuring
Featuring
fullbacks.
featuring Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Ricard, and Justin Fields.
And Kyle Juszczyk.
Kyle Juszczyk can be there too. Yeah,
Why?
he gets the invite. Speaking of leagues, we weren't talking about leagues, but speaking of
No.
leagues, who is going to win the Run the North Fantasy League? And we can't say ourselves according to
Oh,
him.
God,
who
I
asked
didn't-
this
Too
question.
bad I'm winning it.
I
The
think
Dynasty League.
no, the Run the North Fantasy League. It's not a dynasty.
Oh, I thought it was a
redraft.
Dynasty League. in
No,
my
it's a
head.
redraft.
Probably 'cause I haven't
I
looked in a
think
month.
it's going to be.
I don't
It's
know.
Going to be Steven.
Really, I don't know
Steven
why I'm
is
saying that like I'm surprised. Other than I don't
Mahomes
know the
and
team.
Kelsey. He has McLaurin. He's Addison. His bench is okay. I'm gonna go with Steven. I think Steven's gonna win the league.
I mean, it's definitely possible.
Miller's
That
just
team is-
deciding he's gonna trade JSN and Gino for some reason.
because
I'm
Miller
just-
is
Because I only have one halfback.
Who is
because
it?
Miller is.
I have a good number 1 RB. I can't remember who it is off the top of my
No,
head, but I have Damian Harris as my RB2.
Here's
Your
a
RB1 is Javante.
Yeah, I'm confident in Javante.
Screw it. I don't care about the question. I'm winning this league.
I mean, I
Sure.
think I'm winning it.
I am
we all
winning
think
the
we're winning
league.
it. No, I think I'm gonna go Valente.
Monte could win it.
Burrow, CMC, DeAndre Swift, CeeDee Lamb, Darren Waller.
Now, if we're asking who's winning
OBJ.
Geek's creator league, it's me.
That
I
is
don't know how that ended
unreal.
up happening. When I had Lamar, Kelsey, CMC, AJ Brown, I don't know how I ended up with all those
Yeah, I
guys.
don't know how that happened for you.
I don't
and
know who
hate
was
it.
drafting. Nobody was drafting. That's the problem.
That's part of it. And Jake somehow was always picking just before me, so he was always getting the guy I was going for.
yeah, I literally just me and Geek had the same.
Let's
thought,
make
but
a
there was
trade
nothing you
right
could
now.
do
Run
about
the
it.
North. Who's trading me a halfback?
I
I-
did just make a trade, but in the other place.
How would you feel about David Montgomery, my friend?
I'll take him.
Who do I even have in the? Hold on. Are you
What
sure
do I
you
have
don't want?
Because here's the thing, I have Madison, and Madison could be sneaky good. He's on my bench right now.
Yeah, no,
Montgomery's
I don't
in my
actu-
RB2 spot.
I forgot my running backs in the Run the North League are spooky to say the least. So I'm out.
All right. Yeah. What do you want? What do you want for Monty?
I gotta look. I gotta look at your team, and I gotta analyze my own
So
team.
I actually pulled off a trade yesterday in the Creator Clash League
Uh huh.
where I landed Trevor Lawrence.
Who do I
saw.
need? What do I need? I
don't
need
remember that full
receiver depth. Who do you have? You have JSN.
So I'm winning the Creator Clash League because I got Mark Andrews and Kyle Pitts. I got the stack. I'm copying Miller with his fucking
Kelsey and Kmet.
yeah.
Mine's better.
Okay, here's the thing. In the Run the North League, I have Kittle and Andrews, and I don't
Run
like.
the stack. Run the
I
stack.
have
Run
Kmet.
Kittle at the flex. I'm running Kyle Pitts at the flex. Sometimes I got an incredible bench though. A little less incredible now because I traded Alexander Madison. But
I don't know if I want to trade Monty. 'Cause
Yeah,
I have also
traded-
no good running backs.
Alexander Madison, Derek Carr, and Irv Smith for Kyle Pitts and Trevor Lawrence. That was the deal. Because bro had no running backs. He also had Aaron Rodgers. So
Maybe I should just use one of Kittle or Andrews to get a running back. I could also do that.
Miller's like, no, I need running backs, not you.
But I also have realized that David Montgomery is the only running back in my roster who's actually going to be his team's RB1 start the year. Except for Madison. He probably will be. Madison's only got 5 projected points to start the year, which I doubt will actually end up happening.
Yeah,
That's not
well,
his
you know what?
projection.
I'm gonna make a big brain move here.
No, you're not. I signed him already. Sorry.
Who?
I don't know. I'm just scaring you.
I don't know who I drop.
What's your big brain move? Jerome Ford?
No.
Oh, are you doing Keontae?
Yes, I just did.
That's valid. I wasn't going to do that. I've
All
been
right.
looking. Dude, part of me wants to pick up. I'm going to pick up Eric Gray for the meme.
That's
'Cause
why
I
I
think-
think Kari.
I'd rather have Eric Gray as my fourth backup over Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who will
Valid.
not play.
Valid.
McKinnon and Pacheco are better and above him.
Yeah.
At least for Eric Gray, it's just Saquon.
Yeah.
All right,
But like,
Jake, what's your next question?
Yeah, I'm tired, man. Oh, sorry, Miller. I know that we're late into this thing, but I'm gonna need to get you angry for a second with this
let's
one.
go.
If Fields does not take the leap this year, do the Bears take a quarterback next year, or seriously consider doing it?
Absolutely not.
Yes, you do.
No. Bears won't be in a high enough spot to get one of the two elite ones, even if Fields doesn't
Except
take
you
a
have
leap.
2 picks. Just move up.
What if the Panthers actually do
You're
go
not
1
going to
and
be able to
16?
move up.
Yes, you are. Everybody's going to move up. The Cardinals are not sticking at the top, and they're going to be at the top. Who are the other worst teams in football? Like, a lot of them have quarterbacks. Or it's going to be another situation where, like,
Oh, Grayson, you're a moron.
well,
You just
Was it
offered
him?
me Deontay Foreman and Tim
Oh.
Patrick for Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I would take that personally.
Taking
Tim
any
Patrick's
Bears running
good.
back taking any Bears running back in fantasy right now is a bad idea because you have 4 that could all 3 that could all reasonably be RB1.
And Foreman's one of them.
Yeah,
So
but
right, though,
he's the
you
one I
win.
have the least faith in out
he's
of
the
the
one I have the
3.
most faith in.
Herbert and Roshan.
All right,
better.
Miller, your entire
No.
roster for David Montgomery. What do you say?
No, okay. So the thing with Fields is it'll be 4 years in. If 4 years in he hasn't taken that step, you move off fast. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man.
No matter who the quarterback is. If no, we're saying he doesn't take a step at all. If he looks like he did last year, you move on. The rushing upside's not enough to win you football games, which is kind of the point of the league. You don't want to just be a bad team forever. You don't.
Okay, I mean, I don't think they should move on from Fields.
If he doesn't improve at all.
Well, it's not what it's just saying. It's saying if he doesn't take the leap. There's a difference between improving a small bit and taking a leap. He could improve without taking the leap, I guess.
Yes.
I guess I'm just reading it differently.
I don't think that he should be expected to be like an MVP quarterback this year. I don't think that's a fair expectation of him.
Yeah.
Not yet. Because if you think about it, yes, it's his 4th year, but reality, it's only his 3rd year, like starting for the team. So, like math. So I guess the consensus answer is no, because Geeks have voted, but let it be known that he does believe they should move on from him.
Well, and that's
now,
not
immediately. They should trade him.
Yes, they should. The bias part of me says yeah. No, but I was looking into that question wrong. I'm sorry. If he doesn't take any sort of a step, you move on.
Well, sure.
If we're just talking about he
If
improves,
it's the exact
but
same quarterback, then maybe you think about it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
I was
different
just
story.
reading that a different way. Or hearing that a different way because I didn't read it. So
I don't think there's a world where Fields literally does nothing to improve.
Yeah, probably not.
we said that about quarterbacks before, and then
None of them were as good as Fields, unfortunately.
except I'm sure people thought they were.
Yeah, well, those people were big dumb idiots and should stop
And if
talking about
Fields
football.
What's that going to make you if
Dude,
Fields
yeah,
doesn't take the leap?
Fields doesn't
He
improve
will.
at all.
He
Miller's
will.
out. Miller's career's done.
Yeah, I guess.
He's
What
washed.
career?
Okay, this next one is my
Damn.
favorite question in the whole thing. I think this is interesting.
Oh god.
Who would be the best player in the league if everybody had to swap sides of the ball?
Pat Ricard.
What position would he play on defense, first of
He
all?
tackled.
He tackled.
Yeah,
And you think he'd be the
no.
best player in the league?
Yes.
I think like
Troy
one of the,
Hairston at linebacker.
I think one of the mobile guys
Jason
at corner
Kabinda at
would be
linebacker.
sick. Like Lamar or Justin
No.
Fields or Kyler at corner. No, Kyler's too short.
Trayvon
corner.
Diggs at wide receiver.
That'd be sick.
That's such an easy answer.
Yeah, because he
though.
played wide receiver.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, like Kyle Juszczyk at what did he play in college? Tight end.
Tight end. Well,
Kyle
that's still on
Juszczyk
the
at tight
same
end.
side of the
Yeah.
ball.
That's
Yeah.
right. If he just swaps sides of the ball. Right.
Kyle Juszczyk. Listen, you can realistically put any fullback at linebacker and it would work. Except Ricard, you'd have to put him on the D line because he's too big. But like half the fullbacks in the league played linebacker in college and high school.
Give me
I mean, realistically, wouldn't an offensive lineman be a pretty good defensive tackle if they really worked?
I don't know.
If they
Can
move
If
well.
they really worked. I feel like one of the more athletic guards in the NFL could be a pretty good defensive tackle if you really try to put them there and like practice them.
Oh, easy answer. Give me which Jones is it that was running jet sweeps? Give me him at halfback.
Oh, Marcus Jones.
Or give me him at
Jones.
slot wide receiver.
That's true. Give me him at
Yeah,
slot. He'd be
we
sick.
literally watched
He'd
him
actually
play
be
off.
sick. Yeah, he
Nah,
literally did that.
We're going with a guy who like just kind of retired. Give me J.J. Watt at tight end.
It's true. That's another good one.
Because we watched him do that
Yeah.
a few times.
Yeah. Who's a
He's
tall,
just
fast
Gronk.
quarterback?
Josh Allen.
Is Lamar tall?
No,
No.
give me Josh Allen at linebacker.
Josh Allen at
'cause he
linebacker
plays
would go
quarterback
hard.
like a linebacker.
Yeah, Josh Allen linebacker would go hard.
Or, dude, imagine Josh Allen as like your Cam Chancellor safety.
Kirk Cousins as an edge. I mean, come on.
Yeah. No, I don't think Kirk has the type of demeanor you need
All
to
right.
be a good
Now,
edge.
hey, buddy, I'm gonna get around you now. Okay.
Now, hey, pal, I'm
Boom.
going to go around you now. Hey, guy.
Hey, good hit. Last question to wrap up the episode. Okay. Was the 7th seed being added a good decision? Yes or no?
Sure.
No.
I think yes.
More
I think it makes
football. Good.
more football is good.
Then I think the answer is you say fuck it and make there be 8 total playoff teams, or you go back to 6 because the top 2 teams should have a bye. Always. That's the one part I don't like is so you work all year and you're the second best team in the league and only that first best team in the league gets the bye. I don't like that. It's just lame and not how the NFL has worked ever. So, like, I think you expand it to 8 teams and 1 and 2 still get the bye. That's the real answer here. I don't know if that actually works, but math. No, that does work. I think.
But overall, yes. I do think it was a good decision.
More football, kind of good, but yeah.
Well,
not kind of good.
I got one more question.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, man. Hurry.
Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more
God.
games? Or games, unlimited games, but no more games?
I hate you.
I hate that's how we have to end this episode. I really
It's
do.
not.
I need an answer.
Shohei
fuck
Ohtani to the
yourself.
Blue Jays. Oh my goodness.
Okay. No, so what do you think the Blue Jays should do? Actually, I'm gonna say fuck it. Fuck Miller and his stupid J Schlatt question.
Fuck you for knowing where it came from.
Question.
Oh, is that what that's from? That makes so
Yeah.
much sense. Okay. Okay.
I mean, technically it's from Reddit, but he got it off Reddit and then started using it.
Okay.
all the time.
I thought it just was him fucking it up originally.
What should the Blue Jays do?
Yeah. Do you think they should buy or sell right now?
Buy. I think
you?
I think the Blue Jays can win the World Series. I'm dead serious. I think they win the World Series.
First step is
like,
get Alec Manoah.
The first step is okay. Here's the thing. The thing that is encouraging is Ryu was back and he looked super sharp in AAA.
I didn't know he was back.
He's about to make his full. I think he's making his first start against the Angels at some point in this next upcoming series. And if he's good, we'll have a really solid 5-minute rotation. Bayos has been fantastic this year. Kikuchi's been out of. I mean, Kikuchi had like a 7 ERA last year, and he's like one of the best pitchers in the league this year. It's crazy. Gosman is obviously one of the best pitchers in the MLB. He's been fantastic this year. Chris Bassett was really solid for the A's. He's been like, they just traded for Genesis Cabrera, who's been good. And Jay Jackson's a good reliever coming up from AAA. I don't know. I think that they should. I mean, they're right in the hunt. I mean, I think they should try and improve because at this point, like if they sell at the deadline, they're going to fall out of the wild card spot so fast they won't even be able to think. Like if they do anything to really sell, I think they should. I don't know. I think they need more consistent bats. Like Dalton Varsho, one of the worst trades I've ever seen from one of my teams, trading away Gabriel Moreno for him, and Gurriel, who's been fantastic this year. But I think they should buy. I don't know. I think they should buy, and I think that they should probably just shine Shohei next year. And
There you go.
get-
The Rockies need to sell. Like at this point,
yes.
you go ask every dude on your roster. Like, hey, do you even want to be here?
No matter what they do, it's not going to matter.
No,
The front
no.
office has screwed
But
them
you
so
go
badly.
ask. Well, because it's a thing. Like with Charlie Blackmon, you know,
They should trade
he's
Charlie
like,
Blackmon.
no, but he's
They should-
36. You ask him, like, hey, do you want to? Because to some guys, the
is CJ Crone still a Rocky? Because he should be
Yeah.
gone too. Okay,
we should trade
get rid of
CJ.
him. Yeah,
But, like,
trade him.
For Charlie, it's one of those things. Some guys have that whole playing for one team your whole career is big for them. So for Charlie, you ask him, like,
He's the Rockies' Mike Trout. Yeah, I get it.
right. So like you ask him, like, do you want to go? And if he wants to go, you
Trade
give him
him.
to a contender and let him go
For
have
nothing.
A well,
It doesn't matter what the trade package is.
Honestly-
it's Dame Lillard. I mean,
well, that's not what I'm saying. But it's also the Rockies. You saw what we gave Nolan up for, so like,
yeah.
it doesn't have to be much.
Trevor Story isn't.
You
a Rocky
also
anymore,
saw
is he? No,
what
he's
we
not.
gave up Tulowitzki for to your team.
And boy, did I enjoy having him on the Jays for however long he was.
Dude,
One of my favorite
Troy
players as a kid.
Tulowitzki was incredible.
He was sick. I
He
liked
is
him a
on
lot.
my Mount Rushmore of shortstops, and I don't care.
You don't have anybody to pitch, do you? Who pitches for the Rockies?
Yeah.
I do.
I don't necessarily.
No, Herman Marquez, but he's hurt.
Oh, he's still there.
He's got.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got to get
Poor
Tommy
guy.
John.
Poor guy.
Outside of that, Kyle Freeland had that one good year.
Oh,
like 4
Austin
years ago.
Gomber, doesn't he kind of suck? Isn't he there though?
Yeah, he was
He's
the
there.
main piece of the Nolan trade, and he's so garbage.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad. But yeah, trade Crone. Chris Bryant's contract is so not tradable, and it's so depressing.
I don't think anyone's going to trade for Chris Bryant at this point.
Also,
He's gonna have to walk when
I
he
need
walks.
to continue to shout this when I talk about the Rockies.
Sell the team.
Sell the team.
Sell
the
the team.
We need the A's type of chance going on at Coors, okay?
I guess so. Yeah.
Please. Like, we got to get Dick out of Denver eventually.
Yeah.
God
But hey,
damn it.
listen, guys. You can't call us one-dimensional because we spent a lot of this episode talking about the MLB. Me and Geek sounded off on our teams. If Miller
Yeah.
was a Cubs fan right now, he'd probably be talking about how they
No,
are
Miller
always
should be a
disappointing.
White
They do
Sox
nothing.
fan. 'Cause
Even
they're
if,
like,
if he was a White Sox fan, he'd be even more upset.
right. But like,
but-
at least the thing is, at least the White Sox might have the best uniform set in baseball.
Yeah,
so, like,
they're and they had
Yeah,
that.
if I was a
And
baseball fan, I'd be a Cubs fan because the Bears got their name from the Cubs.
and Tim Anderson
That's fair.
Gobert. So,
dude, I don't get why they're so bad. They have so many good.
the White
players.
Sox. Well,
Yeah.
clearly, they're just not trying because they just
I
traded away
know.
one of their starters
Well, I know, but,
and
like,
one of their
I
best
don't
relievers.
get it because Luis Roberts so good, and Eloy Jimenez and Tim Anderson. Also, why'd they let Jose Abreu walk? I don't.
I
The
don't
White
get it.
Sox, bro.
No.
The
you guys
White
are just
Sox.
making up names at this point.
Yeah.
There's no way these
Nah,
people are
you want to
real.
hear? A
We should do
made-up
that. We should
name,
do.
Miller.
We should do that thing that they did with Bladen, where we just ask it. We just name a really well known baseball player and ask Miller who they play for.
That would be incredible. Also,
Miller-
Hit me
Miller,
up,
who-
hit me up.
Okay, Miller. Who does Aaron Judge play for? I've
Can I
got
get a
two
hint?
more for you after this.
Can I get
one.
a hint?
He plays in the state that I live in.
just well,
Fuck.
There are
what do
three
you
teams in the state I live in. There are
where
two.
do you live?
You live in New York, right?
I do live in New York. I'll give you that hint too.
So he's either a Yankee, a Red Sox, or a Brewer.
No,
So the Brewers are in Milwaukee, which is in Wisconsin.
I
The
thought
Red
they were
Sox
the
are in
Boston,
Boston, which is in
Brewers.
Massachusetts.
Where's that? Boston Brewers. That's a
That-
thing, right?
That is not a thing.
I think
Sounds like it should be a thing.
And Boston isn't in
No.
New York
Oh
regardless.
my god!
So
Isn't that the fucking team from Family Guy? Wait.
it probably is. Okay. This is awful.
Is he a Yankee?
He's a Yankee,
There
yes.
you go.
Okay, your
Okay.
next one. Okay. Who does Jacob DeGrom play for? One of the best pitchers in the MLB.
Ooh.
Jacob DeHoom?
That's tough.
Jacob DeGrom.
That's a tough one. That's
Never
a
heard
tough
of the
one.
dude.
Plays in the same city as Dak Prescott. Does he?
In
Yeah.
Asheville?
Yeah. No. Good try though.
He plays for the Texas Rangers. Okay.
Oh, there's a Texas Rangers.
Third, I'm trying to
Yeah.
think. Big one. Here.
Okay, I know the one because it's the one that's been trending on social media all the time, so it's the one you have a chance to know.
Go for it.
Ellie De La Cruz.
Oh, he's a red because Mikey.
He is a
Let's
red.
him.
He got one right. We can
Let's
go to
go.
we can
And,
go.
uh,
You
home
got
with
Judge,
these
right?
tonight.
Shohei Ohtani, he's Angel, right?
Yeah.
Who's Mike Trout play for?
Philly?
No, dude, I'm mad because we talked about how they were teammates.
They play on the same team, Miller. They play. He's also an Angel.
No, this is what you do. Was he a player or not? Jorge De La Rosa.
Sounds like a. I can't say that. That might come off as racist if I say he sounds like a baseball player.
Okay.
I promise that
Whoa.
was the intent.
Okay.
But that
I guess
sounds
we're never.
like an
I don't
athlete,
think we're ever
man.
talking about baseball again after
Not,
this.
we're
Was
not
he real?
including
No.
Miller.
Was
Yeah,
he
he
real?
was. Yes.
Yeah.
So I
one
was
of the-
right.
A top 5 Rockies pitcher of all time.
Hey,
That's not saying
okay.
much at all.
Hey,
I
listen.
can
I
name
want
a Cub, not a current one, but I can name a Cub.
go.
W.
Chris Bryant.
He's a
On
Rocky.
the Rockies, yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
is?
But
Yeah.
he was a
Poor
Cub.
guy.
Yeah. Last thing before we
Okay.
wrap up, Miller.
Yeah.
Who did Babe Ruth play for?
Babe Ruth was a Yankee.
Okay. Good.
True.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
What do you got?
Jake,
Yeah.
you want to know what the Rockies' top 5 pitchers of all time would actually be and how depressing this list is?
I don't
Give
know.
it a go. See if you can name them.
The one guy you just named, De La Rosa,
Yeah.
or whatever. Domingo Yerman was a Rocky, wasn't he?
If he wasn't that good.
Yerman
Also-
Marquez. Is he
Yeah,
top
Germán
5 in
Marquez.
their history? I don't, dude. I
Okay.
know
So
ball,
they're-
but I don't know Rockies ball.
So
Here,
they're
let me
top-
take a
I'll be
swing
honest.
at it. Let me take a swing at it.
Oh,
He can just say names and it ain't
Okay,
gonna
so the
get
first one
there.
was what, De
go
La
ahead, Miller.
Rosa?
Jorge De La Rosa, yeah.
Okay.
I just named another one too, 2
Um,
seconds ago.
Okay, I missed that when I was looking at Twitter. Lieutenant Surge,
No.
Marquis de Lafayette,
No.
Obadiah Stane,
No. Tony Stark built him in a cave with a box of scraps.
Charles Martinet,
No. So the
Peter
real
Cullen.
top no. The real top 5 is an impressive list of names. You've got Ubaldo Jimenez.
that's a
Oh.
name.
Yeah.
Was he
You've got
bald?
Yes. Jorge
Good.
De La Rosa.
Yeah.
Germán Marquez, John Gray, and then a toss-up between Jeff Francis and Aaron Cook.
I did not know John Gray was a
Did
Rocky.
Aaron Cook?
John Gray spent most of his career with the Rockies.
I'm thinking of
been a
Sonny
Ranger
Gray.
for
Ignore me.
Yeah,
Even I
ignore
knew
me. I'm
that.
thinking of
Big. I
Sonny
knew he
Gray.
was a Rocky for most of his career.
There you go, Miller.
Man.
No. But if you go look, basically every one of those guys has an ERA of like 4.5.
You're a
Which
fan of
means
one of
on
the worst
average, they give
franchises
up
in MLB history. You know
5
this.
runs
I don't
a
have to tell
game.
you this.
ERA stands for epic radical ass, right?
Earned run average.
Sure.
How
Same
many-
thing though. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
The Rockies historically can't pitch. They rely on their bats, and right now their bats suck.
Yep.
So
Maybe
they
should
just
get new
suck.
ones.
Yeah. Maybe the MLB should just,
Weirdly, he's right, but I don't like it.
but they also should
I know ball.
yeah, they should just take the humidor out of Coors and just let them hit the ball 700 feet. Because
True.
it's not an advantage for the Rockies, because both teams get to hit the ball at Coors Field. So,
Which is why, like, both teams, yeah.
which
Same
is
thing with,
why
like,
people
the
love.
Nuggets and the Broncos. Yeah, everybody's playing in the same air.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized when I tried to say Boston Brewers, I meant the Boston Bruins, the hockey team.
Oh,
That's where my brain was.
Okay,
There you
okay.
go. right.
Well, that's about all we got for you guys, as far as I know. We talked baseball. Maybe I think next week we're gonna get into some hockey. That's what we're talking about next week. We gotta find some hockey storylines to talk about.
Miller, do you know hockey?
Wait, Geek, do you know hockey?
Rookie kid.
What's
Blackhawk get
Connor
epic
Bedard.
rookie.
Connor Bedard.
Connor Bedard.
Geek.
Yeah.
What? Just to get your base level here. What team does Connor McDavid play for? Oh, yeah, okay.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
we're
Wait,
cooked.
no.
Wait,
He's,
We're cooked.
I think I actually know who he plays
Okay,
for.
don't go. I want Geek to go first. But if you get this right, I'm going
I
to
don't
clown
think
him
I'm
so
getting
hard.
it right.
It's not an American team.
Oh, fuck. Aren't there 3 non-American teams? Fuck, there's a 4th.
Four Canadian teams.
God
5
damn
actually.
it.
I'll name the 5 after you're done.
Give me the Toronto Maple Leafs.
He plays for the Edmonton Oilers.
Fuck you! I was gonna say
does.
it. I knew it.
Okay, I knew you
Those
knew
are the
it,
2 I
yes.
knew. And then the Winnipeg Jets.
The Winnipeg Jets, the Ottawa Senators, the
Vancouver
Calgary
Canucks.
Flames, and the Vancouver Canucks. So there's 6
So there's
Canadian
six-
teams.
oh my
actually.
god, I wasn't.
And the
yeah.
Montreal. Did you already say the Montreal Canadiens? That's 7.
No,
if you did.
god damn it.
That's
Their
7.
team name is the Canadians.
Yeah.
But it's spelled
Sucks
I-E. But it's spelled I-E-N-S, not I-A-N-S.
Why do they hate existing?
I don't know. It's Montreal.
No, there's also, it's literally the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, it's dumb. And the
So,
Canadian team
I
hasn't
just
won the
learned
cup in
Canadians are
however
illiterate.
long. But yeah, that's all we got for you guys. Next week, join us for Jake's Hockey Corner as I dive into all of the NHL's main storylines for next week.
Miller will be playing rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
So I have a
Roll
favorite
for
team and
initiative.
can't name a player for the.
We all want to thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Run the North podcast. Be sure to check us all out on our individual socials, but also check out Run the North on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of the good things. If you want to go watch Geek and Miller play D&D, you can do that.
Yeah.
Go watch it or I will shit your pants.
Do all the fun stuff.
Twitch.tv/HeroTTV.
I mean, you already missed it if you're watching this because we
Watch
upload
it
on
2
Fridays.
weeks from
You
now.
can,
But
no, you
you
can
can watch
also
the
go
VOD.
watch.
You can
Watch the VOD,
VOD.
and then every other Thursday.
Every other
Yeah.
Thursday, you
I
guys will
need
be
it.
seeing these
You
two play
watching,
D&D.
you, I'm pointing
You
at you.
will need
If
to be
you
watching.
if you do not watch, I will
Watch or
shit
perish.
your pants.
Watch your parish. Speaking
Or
of which,
Miller will shit your pants.
if you don't go over to YouTube and subscribe, you will also perish, and Miller will do what he just said. So
I will
really,
shit your
you should
pants.
probably subscribe to the YouTube channel.
And
Made it
also
this
check
far
out
into
my
the
team
episode.
preview series. They're going to be ramping up very
Team
bigly.
preview series. Go check out Miller and his team preview series over on his YouTube. Go check out Geek. He uploads YouTube videos more than either of us do. He uploads podcast episodes more than either of us do. He uploads every piece of content more than any of
But he
us do. Except for maybe
showers less than
TikToks.
either of us.
That's also not true.
Probably not even true.
No,
I
because of
can't
my
speak to-
hair,
yeah, he
I
has
have
to.
to shower every
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
have to.
He's
But-
not a full committed gamer. He actually showers.
Because I have
You can't
to.
win, man.
No,
But
no,
yeah,
I'm not a committed gamer. Which one of us spent 8 hours playing games today, Miller, while also editing a YouTube video and recording this podcast?
What do you mean playing games? I didn't play any games today.
That's my point. I'm not a real gamer, but I played for 8
Oh.
hours. You played for none.
I thought you were trying to shit on me. No, but you showered, so it doesn't count.
yeah.
Oh,
So-
I showered. That wipes
Ba-
it. That
Basically,
wipes the board clean.
basically,
Yeah.
to cap this off, watch them play D&D. Take a shower, if you haven't already. Follow us on all of our socials.
Use deodorant, brush your
Please,
teeth.
for the love of God, come back next week. I promise it gets better.
I
Maybe.
promise you it won't
We
be better.
we
This
we will
is
see you
Also-
guys next week.
Also,
I'm gonna get the last word in because I'm the recorder and I'm
no,
the
wait,
editor.
wait.
Bye.
I haven't said any. What?
Remember-
Miller?
Remember, this duck gets no play.
This duck gets no play. All right. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Bye.